Are you wondering how to set up your online class for preschoolers? So this is a video exactly on that topic. If you're interested, stay tuned. My name is Marion. I'm an educationalist, and with my experience of more than 20 years, I'm here to help parents and teachers to grow the maximum potential in children. Today I'd like to speak on how to set up an online class. Let's start with the first point, which is point number 1, preparation. So it is very important when you do online learning with children that you have a thorough preparation. You need to create a curriculum so that things are connected. Don't just do this and that and next time this and next time that, how it comes to your mind. You really have to have a curriculum. In this curriculum, things are connected. So if you speak about one book, next time speak about the same book, refer to the same book. Have something with this topic so that children can build on the knowledge that you already established in the last online class. Do not just say, okay, let me do the color yellow, and next time let me do the color red, and next time let me do the... Always see that it is connected. Also in online learning, it is very important that you reconnect. The next thing you do in preparation is you write a script. Really write a script and very clearly know what you will say. It is important that you get very clear about what you will to communicate to the children, what information, what topics you will refer to, what content will be delivered, how much information will be there, how much you want to have them be involved, and how much you will deliver. So that is one of the steps that you need to prepare. If you do good preparation, then it's easier to really do the class, online class. The second step is always start with a motivation. You can have some storytelling, you can have some picture. If you have a picture, please see that you really put it towards the camera very, very closely so that the children are really able to see what you're speaking about. And move very slowly. If you have something, let me just take the book. I have one book here. So for example, I'd like to speak with you then later about this one. So you have to make sure that children really can see it, that you hold it long enough, and that you do not move it like this and you don't say, okay, this is the picture, can you see? Yeah, this is the picture, can you see? Can you see? Can you see the picture? So it's not about you, it's really about the picture. So it's important that you are able to really put it properly so that it can be seen and that the children are really able to follow what you are showing. Do it slowly, very important. When you do online classes, you have to slow down so that children can follow, so that everyone can follow. Always have something visual, something to hear, something to see. Motivation, think about your motivation. Already in preparation, you prepared your motivation. So now you know you have to prepare a motivation. The third part is the main part. So now you're coming to the topic that you really want to tell to the children. So now you really engage for a longer time period on what you would like to convey to the children so that they know about. There are also 3 things that I'd like to give you with this main part. Number 1, use storytelling so that the children are always connecting to a story or a picture that you showed in the beginning. Always connect it to your exercise. Secondly, it's also important that you involve the children. Children should be a part of the online class. If it's not the ready-made video, then of course you can't. But whenever, involve them so that they are becoming a part, that they can tell something and they become active. Whenever we become active, it's easier for us to remember content. And it's also important that you repeat the content. It sounds really crazy to just repeat and repeat and repeat, but see that you do not have too much content, but that you really repeat it a lot from different angles. Always come from different angles. And of course, again, this is what you will do in preparation. You already prepare how and what you will do, so that then you're really set for your class and for your schedule. When you start doing this over and over again, it will become easier for you. So do not just say, okay, I know already because I did that already in the classroom. So e-learning or online learning is very different, and it really takes time for us to address that and to really also adjust to it. Then we have number 4, which is the ending. So whenever you have a classroom or a topic and the main part is done, you should have a proper ending to it. When it comes to the ending, you can do some relaxing exercises, you can do some jumping exercises, you can do some calming down. You can just have them understand this topic is now ended. So whatever you put there, make sure the children are able to really end the topic. Before you end the topic, make sure there are no more questions, no more things that the children would like to share. Make sure you do not cut down the main part. It's really important that we give children also in the online classroom enough space to communicate, to engage, to ask the questions, and to think with us and process the information. So give enough time here before you go to the ending. An ending could also be that you say, do you have any more questions? Would you like to share something regarding this topic with us? And then you can give as long as needed for the children to do this, but always have a little bit of balance when you have more than one viewer. So you need to really have them all in your eye so that you can really also see, okay, who is getting bored? Is it still okay? When you do online learning, a class does not stop with the ending. There is a deepening to it. We are constantly processing. If something happens in our life, we're still processing it after a while. It doesn't just end. So you need to give some time to deepening. For example, you have something they can do after this class is finished to deepen. Okay, I'd like to draw a line here. And if there is enough time, and if you see the children are still focused and all of this, after your ending, you could go back to motivation and you could repeat this a second time. But do not change topic. Stay with this topic. If you're speaking about feelings, when you repeat, you speak again about feelings. If you speak about letters, again, you speak about letters. You might have a different letter. Okay, so you can turn this, and then at the end, you give the exercise for deepening, which they can do alone. So these are the steps, the 5 steps that we will recommend to you, how you prepare your online class setup. In general, please, if you haven't listened to the first video, I really highly recommend you go back and listen to the first video, because there we spoke about the lengths, what's a good length of an entire online class, and what to think about content and all of this in general. So it is a very basic workshop, and I will put it also at the end of this video. So do not forget to really go there. Also, please do not forget to subscribe and to click the bell button so that whenever we put something online, you really become informed. I'd also like to invite a parent who is willing to give us some information about how he understood the online learning by the class, by the teacher, how it was done, and give us some input which we then can also benefit from and become better. Maybe he's also from the IT area. So I very much look forward to that online video and this Zoom call that we will do with him, and we surely share it here. So please click the bell and click the subscribe so that you have the chance to be informed. Also, please share this video and like it so that the YouTube algorithm can find us and people who need that knowledge really can find us. Now in the second part, I would like to show you an exercise, how we would set it up. So let's go to the next page. And the topic that I decided to speak with you, because that's sometimes really a problem for teachers to prepare that in an online class. So how would we do the topics on feeling in an online class? Okay, let's look at the steps. This is my preparation that I did. You can write a real report, a story. First I do this, second I do this, or you write everything down depending on how experienced you are, and if you expect also parents to be there and listen to it. So you want to be well prepared. You might become a little nervous if you didn't do it before, and there might be a lot of grown-ups also around, maybe judging also what you're doing. So it's really important that you prepare according to how you can do it the best. So in the beginning you might have some more work, but also don't forget, always record what you do, so that at a later time you can use it. You can even make a mediathek or something where the parents can go with the children and repeat these exercises, maybe for a deepening. It just came to my mind, and maybe I do a video on this also. So I decided as my motivation to have a book. I'd like to show children a book. Today I brought a book, and on this book, on the front, you can see already there are many faces, so many different looking faces, different color faces, different looking faces. What is it about? I like this one. This one looks really happy. So this could be kind of a motivation. So you show the book and you create interest. You can have a story about, oh, yesterday the sun was out and I saw the sun and it was so beautiful and I really felt like this. I felt so happy. But then later in the day, I was walking along. I felt so alone because there were not many people out there. And then I really felt a little bit sad. And then you can go in the main part. I decided to discuss only one feeling. I decided, you saw it before already, I decided sometimes I feel lonely. So you can see there's only one, there's no one around. So what I recommend you to do, you see, when I show this to the children, they will also see a little bit of the other picture. So what I recommend you take a white paper and you cover the other side so that only this one is really visible to the children. Now they can understand lonely. See? When I don't cover, they cannot maybe understand lonely because there's another thing. So always think about what you do. And is it really in such a way that it fits and suits the concept that you'd like to inform? So what did I decide on it? So first I show them this. I speak with them lonely, alone. So you can be alone, you can be happy and you can be alone. Yeah, you can be sad and you can be alone. When you're lonely, mostly people are sad. But if they are alone, it does not necessarily mean that they are sad. So you can have the concept. When it's very young children, only speak about lonely. Do not speak about alone. If you have older children, you can compare the two concepts. Then the focus is not to explain or understand the feeling. Then the focus would be to compare two feelings. So you have to be very clear what you would like to communicate. First, I would like to ask them to close their eyes. Yeah, so when they close their eyes, they cannot see anyone. So this is when they are now really just with themselves. Yeah, so the second one, you can go to your room. Let them go to the room and go into the room and see if there is someone. So if you're there for a long time, no one is coming, you might be able to feel, or you might feel lonely. Want to play with children? This is something maybe some children are experiencing now. This video is still recorded during the pandemic of coronavirus, and maybe some children didn't see any other children. They don't have friends around, they don't have siblings, and sometimes even the parents are there, they might feel lonely. They are missing other children and playing with other children. This is what we could speak about. This concept. Close your eyes, no one is here. Go to your room. You can be alone, you can be lonely there. Want to play with other children, but no children are here, you feel lonely or you feel alone. So for all the children, you could also go in the next step. Maybe you know the picture book of Elmar. I introduce it extra in another video. So if you're interested in that, I will put the link on the bottom on the YouTube so that you can also look at that. See, Elmar is an elephant who looks very different than all of the other elephants. So he sometimes is feeling very lonely. Yeah, even though there are other elephants, but there's no one like him. So that also could create a feeling of loneliness or alone. So we could also give this kind of idea to the children. You see that there are different things that you can bring in. Bring Elmar in only if you already discussed it. So when you write your script, you can say, let's speak about Elmar and the feelings Elmar has. Then let's pick it up and go to the book, or opposite way. Let's take the feeling book, let's speak about lonely and alone, and after that let's go to the Elmar book and speak about maybe he's feeling alone. Then we have the ending. So in the ending, you could have them look around and tell you who is there. Are you alone? Are you lonely, or is there someone there? Is there some other person? There's mom there, is dad there? So they can tell you, so let them tell you. Ask them if they ever in the past felt alone or lonely. Ask them maybe if they sleep in their bed or if they sleep with mommy and daddy. So if they sleep alone, so it's another time the concept of alone. So depending on what concepts you want to bring in, so that could be one. Then you can do some jumping exercises. Waving exercises to the other children maybe, so that they don't feel so lonely. They can connect with each other. That's a nice ending, and that's it. Okay, so if you see that the time was very short about the topic and you would like to add a second one, then you go back. You have a new motivation. Maybe you speak about a different emotion. So you would take the same motivation, means the same book. You would not go to a different topic. So for example, here sometimes I feel like trying something new. So you can see the boy is trying it alone, not exactly because he has a dog with him, but there are no other children. So you can connect it and you can go through the process again. At the end, when you are done, topics, feeling, then go into the deepening. For example, you can ask them now to go and draw a picture. Maybe a picture together with their friends where they're playing something, or a picture where they're doing something with their family, so that they are not alone when they are together with other people. Or maybe if a child wants, they could even draw a picture of how it would look like when they feel alone. Make a subject very clear. Feeling might be a too big topic. You saw that we broke it down to alone, one feeling. What is important for the children to understand in your group? This we'll speak about in a different video, so please do not forget to subscribe and to click the bell button so that you will be informed whenever we are online. Share this with other early childhood teachers so that they also can get the benefit of getting more information. And if you have some information that I did not point out now, please leave it in a comment. It's very important that we start to become a community to help each other to really evolve and develop a better understanding of e-learning. The future will be blended learning. I will not speak about this now, but the future surely will be blended learning. So at that present moment, as we cannot connect and not see each other, we have to focus only on e-learning. But I strongly believe that blended learning will be the future of education. I wish you a good day, and I'm so much looking forward to see you in the next video.